Kiandra, is there
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We welcome you. We welcome you to She's Purpose Key Book Talks. It's another Thursday. It's another awesome author of the week that we have in the house. So She's Purpose Andrea Ragland. I work with Christian professional women, helping them to identify limiting beliefs. As a burnout coach, I help bring balance to your lifestyle where we are not bringing work stress home and home stress to work. I know in this season we are all just praying and asking God for alignment in our lives, healthy families, and a healthy lifestyle. If you need someone, a goal setting coach, so that's what we are working on, our goals, whether it's week to week, month to month, or just a quarterly plan. She'sPurposeKey.com. She'sPurposeKey.com. And so today, She's Purpose Community, help me support, help me celebrate the author of the week, and that is Author Yaffa. Woo, woo, woo! We support you. We welcome you to the She's Purpose Key community. And we are just so waiting to hear about your books. So we want you to come on in. Let the people know who you are.
hello everyone. My name is Yaffa Turgeman, and I was born in Israel. And 36 years ago, I moved to America. I came here because I was offered a job offer to teach Hebrew. And in a very naive way, when I was asked where I would like to teach, I'm a teacher. I'm also a chef. I owned a restaurant for many years. So I write a lot. I am semi-retired, and I say that I'm semi-retired, but really I work days and nights on my true passion, which is writing. Writing to share my thoughts, my passion, my things that I learned in life. And that's how the book Divided Heart was born, just from wanting to share my thoughts, my feelings, and what lessons I would like to share with everyone because of this amazing book.
Yes, awesome. So we welcome you. Like I said earlier, we welcome you. And I feel the spirit of love. So I just love you. I just love you, as I have been just kind of looking at your journey. I just feel the spirit of welcome and hospitality here, and just I want you to feel that love. I want you to feel that, and know that I celebrate you. I celebrate you for your accomplishments and just continuing to write. As you said, that you don't look at yourself as being retired, because you love what you do, and that's one of the things that I say all the time. Love what you do. Yeah, just love what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, because that makes a difference. It's no longer just a feeling of it's a job for me, because it's not a job for me. It's something I have a passion for. It's something that I love to do. Like I breathe it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, sometimes when we try to balance out a business, because I know you have a daycare. You still have a daycare?
I owned the daycare for 35 years.
Yes.
We sold it. That's why I'm saying now that I am semi-retired.
Yeah.
I help a lot with our grandkids. We have 3 granddaughters, so we help a lot with that. But every minute that I'm not there helping as grandma, I wear my other hat, which is the author hat, and celebrate my writing in every possible way.
Yes, I love it that you said celebrate your writing. So it sounds like it's kind of like a family. Is it more like a family-owned daycare now? So you help.
We sold it to a very nice family. We built it as a mechanical engineer. He started a remodeling company when we moved here, and he was the one that said, "Why don't I you love working with children. You're working." To our parents, to precious people that we love. So yeah, it was very special for me. It was a family owned, and I miss it. I have to say I miss it. And I think one of the reasons that now I'm working on a lot of children's books, it helps me with my yearning to what I had. You know,
Yes.
I love it. I am now starting a whole series. 2 books are already ready and published. I am starting a series of 10 books of references that I would love to share with parents. The first one is titled 50 Tips to Improve Your Child's Listening Skills. And the second one, which is just now out, is 50 Tips. Them and oh my gosh, look at me.
Right. It's okay. I love it. I love it. I can just feel that. I mean, you just it's a part of who you are. So I definitely love it. Now tell me this. Come to your mission, what is that very thing? If you had a mission statement, what would be that mission statement? That very thing that keeps you up and going and moving and excited with the passion that you have each and every day.
Sharing my knowledge, sharing my experience, sharing the little wisdom of love that I have, sharing it with others. To face my challenges, and sharing those little winning moments that I gained from the ways I shared my challenge, the way I chose to share my challenges.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah,
that's good. That's good. Now you said that now, so when was your first book written?
When I was a teenager, I wrote a lot of poetry, actually. I served in the Navy, I got married, I had 2 children, I moved to America. I was very active in the community here. So I was always very, very busy, and it was always go, go, go. When I decided to sell my restaurant, and then I finally decided that it's time for me to not work 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. That's when we sold the daycare center. That's when I gave myself the title semi-retired.
Right.
And then I got so busy with grandkids and writing. So I was always very busy, but there was this time of about 30 years that I didn't write a lot. I wrote, but every once in a while. When I became semi-retired, suddenly I had time.
Yes.
And I'm not used to have time.
Yes.
You know, suddenly there was a little bit more space in my day, and I felt the need to immediately fill it in with something important. That's when I remembered what you said earlier, and I know it from Mrs. Roosevelt, the wife of the Roosevelt president. And I believe she was the one that said at that time, if you love what you do, you really don't work a day in your life.
Mhm.
So I went back to my old love.
Yes.
And my old love was my writing,
Yes.
expressing myself and sharing and talking about it and sharing as much as I can.
Yes. So the book that we're kind of this, we're gonna kind of touch on a couple of things, but the book that you would like to promote today, Divided. What's the name of the book?
The name is Divided Hearts.
Divided Hearts. Okay. So what inspired that title?
What inspired that that is in the same situation as me, that chose to leave their homeland and move to another land, to another country, is living with a divided heart, because part of us will forever be. My children didn't walk in the same childhood path that I walked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they grew up into a different language where I grew up, into a different mentality than the one that I grew up in. So that's why Divided Heart, because I admit that part of me will always be there, and part of me is here, because my life is here for the last 36 years.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
that's
what would you say? So I know. So as you explain who this book is for, it also sounds like, when it comes to those who were beneficial individuals that have been separated, from their families or
Yes.
having to start over. Would you say that?
Yes. And what I did in this book, instead of just writing, but then I wanted it to reach more people.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone is interested in a memoir of someone, but I thought about it, and I said to myself, if I present it as a short story, it would be great. But I had so many different situations that I wanted to talk about in this book. And so what I did, I wrote 18 short stories, because I wanted every story to present a different challenge that we, the people that live with divided hearts, live. And these challenges are, people are facing these challenges of the world, where you leave your homeland and you move to a different country. In this case, I left Israel and I moved here because of a job, and then we decided to stay. But I chose to live in a divided hearts world. And I wanted to talk about many different challenges, 18 different challenges that people like me face when they make this very, very difficult choice.
So can you talk about some of those ways, how like you said, how to aid in those challenges when you have to make those difficult choices?
Yes, absolutely. For example, the very first story talks about someone that used to be an officer in his homeland. And here he moves to America, and his son decides to join West Point. But now his son and the father and the mother came to the son's graduation from West Point. And the challenge that the father is facing is that his son is saluting to a different flag than the flag that he saluted. And that's a very, very hard one, very tough one, because during the ceremony at West Point, all what he sees in front of him, and there's the book, and there's the book in Hebrew and in English, because I wrote it in Hebrew, and then my editor, my American editor, translated it for me to English, and that's why it's facing this challenge that if his son was growing up in the country that he left, he would be saluting the same flag, but his son is happily saluting a very different flag, which the father loves because obviously they live here for so many years. But this is a story of friends of us. Mm-hmm. We were invited to the party that the parents did for their sons. So that's one challenge that a person faces. A different challenge is the mentality. A person moves from his homeland or her homeland to a different country, and their children are born into a very different mentality than the one they were born to, where they grew up. And the parents are trying to adjust to the new mentality, and they're having difficulties because their children seems to them to be a totally different world. Their children don't understand them. There's a lot of blocks between the parents and the children. Are born to a very different mentality, different way of thinking, different language, different foods, a lot of different things. And the parents are trying to overcome that challenge and to adjust their way of thinking, their way of seeing their children growing to a very different mentality. So that's a very, very big challenge right there for the parents.
Yes.
Yes.
I am actually sharing her books on my website. The screen at the bottom of the screen as we are interviewing, I will put her link to her website. I scroll through her books. I'm also sharing her speaking engagement and culinary workshops because listen, she liked to cook too, y'all. She liked to cook. She says, I am available to share the stories behind my books, my writing journey, and the inspirations that drive me. Please fill out the form below to book me as a speaker for your under pages, you have meet authors, speaking engagement, and culinary workshops, interview articles and reviews, shop to support the artists. You have the true check out her website. And so as we continue through this interview, I would like to ask you and thank you for sharing that information that you provided, because again, when it comes to parenting, we need some of us need some strategies. We need help with strategies for sure. And so we talked about your several books. And so, as we spoke of, you are an author of several books that weigh from childhood, imagination, children literature, parenting, and culinary. And so, what I'd like to ask you is, which one is your most popular book?
Oh, wow. And before I answer, I would like to mention, while you're on this page in my website, if people scroll down beyond the register for speaking engagement, they can see, they can actually see speaking engagements and workshops that I'm doing. As you can see,
look!
Yeah,
look invite you to be a part of one of these special events. Look at us. She's Purposeke Book Talk.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely, yes. And so that's where I put the recent speaking engagements and workshops for people that are in town and would like to join us, and all the members that signed up in my website.
Yes, so you have a March 23rd. I see Monday, March 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m. You have a Passover cooking with a pro, okay, which is you, yourself, okay, whoop, whoop, whoop. That's what we like to do. We like to promote, we like to support, and we like to celebrate. So we celebrate all of your accomplishments all the way up until today on the book talks with Keith Andrea Ragland. March 23rd is a Passover cooking with a pro. And then she has some other events here on her website. The book signing, when is this? The book signing.
Yes. So back to your question, which one, did you ask which one is my favorite or which one I felt was so important?
Well, either or, which one is, I asked which one is most popular. So which one, which one, when it comes to your audience, the books that you have written, which one is more popular? Like the ones that your audience normally order the most?
I think it's my book, Oliver Listens to the World. It's a children's book.
Okay.
It's a children's book. Oliver Listens to the World. And it is, if you go to the pages and go to children's books, it will show the book cover. And here it is, the cat. There's the cat. That's Oliver. And
I hear this one.
Yes, yeah. Okay. And I feel that it is very popular, and I feel I know why. It was very important for me to write this book because it's a book about listening. As an educator for early childhood education, when I started my daycare center years ago, one of the things that I did, I wanted to be the director of my own center. So I put myself back to college here in Aurora, Denver, Colorado. Aurora, Denver. Aurora is a suburb of Denver. And I joined the community college to become a director. And I studied 2 years at night after a day of work to get my directorship certificate. And one of the things that I learned so much in the college is how much listening is important and how much it's a forgotten skill. It's a skill that people don't listen. People in a child psychology class, you learn a lot about it, that people, when they're talking to you, they like to hear themselves. They don't always listen to what you're saying to them. And listening for a child is so crucial, because when you listen to a child, you make that child feel that he was heard, that you gave him attention, that you gave him love. A child feels safer when a child feels that he's or she is heard. Series of 10 books. My very first book is 50 tips to improve your child's listening skills, because in a way it's so much more than improving your child's listening. In a way, it's getting back to you. You will feel that you are heard because your child will listen to you. If you improve your child's listening, it's a circle if you think about it. If you improve your child's listening skills, your child will feel heard. When your child feels heard, your child feels that they're getting more attention. When they get more attention, they will cooperate better. When they cooperate better, you will feel that you are heard. You're being so
good.
yeah. So I'm getting a lot of comments about Oliver is listening to the world. But
I'm going to well, your website. You can access the book from her website. So the link.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in. Let me put the link in the comments again, so they will have access to your link.
And the links will take them directly to my Amazon page where they can see all the books. They can see the children's books, the parenting books. I'm getting a lot of feedback, believe it or not, from grandparents because they buy it for their children to know how to work with their children about listening.
All right. I put the link in the comments. And so I'm going to read a little bit of this while I have it pulled up on the screen. So it says, well, she talked about it perfectly, and I absolutely love it. When you go to the website and you click on the buy now, it's going to take you to the Amazon link. But again, she preferred for you to go to her website. That's just the way to do it. You know, support. Go to her website, and then I'm not sure, like she have a couple of events coming up, and then she also has some book signings. And I think for some authors, I don't know if you offer that, but when you order directly from your website, they get a copy directly from you, maybe signed, or even get like a little bonus directly from you. Is that something that's available?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, the website have all the books in one place, so it's easier to order a lot of books. But the website directs them to my Amazon author page. And a big, huge request is if you are on my Amazon author page, please follow me because a lot is happening and a lot of, and I have several, especially one fantasy book that I'm working on, much longer than a children's book. It's going to be 40,000 words. And that one is something that I the world to know about because it's a book that tells a story about a child and how that child is changing within himself or herself.
Yes.
The child is changing within, and the way the child is changing is so important. And it's about the subject of bullying, which is a very, very painful subject, as we all know. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that one is.
I also put so here on the website it says, while listening matters, listening is more than using our ears. It is how we show love. When someone listens to us, we feel important. We feel safe. We feel seen. Just like Oliver the cat, who listens to the quiet sounds of the world. We learn that we don't always need big words or fast answers. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do is stop, stay close, and listen. Being heard helps hearts feel lighter. It helps worries feel smaller. It helps love grow. When we listen, we are saying, you matter to me. And that is where love always begins. That is awesome. Here, so it says follow the author. So as she said, she's working on more books, and she would love to, she would love your support. And this is not just for adults. This is also for children, families that's in transition, start, just cooking. The love is there. The love, and the strategies, the family strategies. And so the next question I would like to ask is, so we talked about the divided hearts. So the difference, we talked about a little bit about the different stages, but I would like to ask you, educator, what are some of the strategies for parents to help build calm communication, strengthen relationships, and inspire cooperation in children from the ages 1 to 12?
It's a very, very important question. One of the strategies that I used a lot in my 30 children as well. I mean, the daycare was for children ages 3 months all the way to 5-year-olds. So we had a preschool class as well, but we accepted before and after school because we provided transportation. And so we had children ages 6, 7, 8, 9, up to the age of 10. So I worked with them as well. But there is one thing that helps every age, no matter what, and it's making choices. Let me give you just an example. Because this was a winning strategy that always worked. When a child had to put their shoes on, because we had a water day in the big playground of the daycare, but now they had to come back to the classroom. So children have to put their shoes on. And there is one child that doesn't want to put her shoes on. And she insists. And you realize now it's becoming a power struggle. Who's gonna win? Then one of the strategies I would use would be, for example, Lila, what would you like to do? Would you like to put your shoes on by yourself? Would you like to try putting them on by yourself? Or would you like me to help you? I'm happy to help. And I can teach you how to tie, and I'll show you the knot. So this always excited them. But see, in this way, this attitude is giving them more attention. And by the way, it's fire regulation. They have to have shoes on. It's not a choice. So it's not that I could compromise on that. But that's what I would say. And Lila would look at me, little Lila would look at me, and she was 3, and she would say, let me try. I'll try, and then, and if I can't, then you can help me. But that's how we solved it. Or a child that wouldn't eat. It's okay. The play we provided, I had a very good cook, that cooked lunches. We served hot meals. Nothing was ordered. We cooked everything in-house. And I would have a child that didn't want to eat. It's okay. I would still tell the teacher, make sure everything is on her plate. Let her choose. But everything should be on her plate. I know she doesn't love the green peas, but just make to be on her plate, so that's how but we gave choices. Is very important. When you give a choice, think about how many times do we tell a child, no, don't. We do that all day. This is what how are we explaining? Are we telling them why no? Do we take the time to give them a choice? and maybe tell them what happens, what are the consequences if they don't do what they're supposed to do. We need to give children time. Children are not born with knowledge. They gain the knowledge. Do we help them gain that knowledge or not? Do we give them the time to explain to them everything? Let's help them gain that knowledge, because knowledge is power. And when you give a child knowledge, you're giving him power. What's better than to give a child the power? They will forever love you if you're giving them power. Give them the knowledge and see how they flourish.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So let the people know. Tell them. I put we went through the website, but I want you to tell them what your website is, and then tell the people how to follow you. Like, talk about how to follow you and your media platforms.
Yes, absolutely. They can follow me in several ways. They can join my Facebook, Yaffa Turgeman. They can join me on Instagram at the same, Yaffa Turgeman. My website also has a name, yaffaturgeman.com. And I also use the expression Timeless Stories by Yaffa Turgeman. There is an email where they can write to me if they would like. My author's name is Yaffa Turgeman. So it's amazon.com/author/Yaffa Turgeman. And I'm happy to connect. I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to chat if I have a minute. Absolutely. And I love feedbacks. Please write a feedback. I seriously take consideration of every feedback. And when it comes to the book, Divided Heart, the best way to learn more about the book is to read the summary that's on the Amazon website. I wrote a very explanatory, detailed summary to help people understand what other challenges people like me feel when they make a choice that, looking back, it's not an easy choice. It's a very brave choice, but there are ways to face it, but embrace it too.
Yes. Awesome. And so you all, I am just I'm learning. I'm definitely learning to listen. I mean, that, that's to listen slow to speak. When I was reading about Oliver, there is also a certain tone, even in the response of after we have listened. So when it comes to, you was talking about teaching the children, right? Because they don't already know. It's kind of like it's gaining knowledge. But even from a child, when you're giving them choices and you teaching them how to learn, it's gaining knowledge. Respond. And so I wanted you to just talk just a little bit about that part when it comes to you teaching, when it comes to this effective communication and giving choices, even when you're listening. In the response, how do you teach them or how do you teach them and show them about body language and about when it comes to them learning that communication? Because a lot of times it comes to some children act out because they just don't know how to respond. They don't know what to say. They don't have that vocabulary. You see what I'm saying? So we react in a certain behavior because we don't know how to say it. What is your feedback on reactions?
Well, a lot of times a child's reaction is more of an impulse than a reaction. And it's because they don't always know how to react, just what you said. So one example that I would like to give, how do we teach them? Think about timeout. Timeout. I remember going to a very important lecture years ago, and I took with me about 18 of my staff at that time. So most of everyone in the daycare center came. And this was a lecture by a very special author, and she wrote a book about children. And what she said stuck with me forever and ever. And that's something I would like to share with you. And what she said is, if you think about it, when we put a child in a timeout, picture that moment, picture that scenario. We are upset. We put them in timeout. The child is very upset because obviously the child understands that we're not happy with something they did. But why do we really put them in timeout? Do we know why? Yes, I know why. And that's what I'm leading to. We are putting the child in timeout, not for them to sit there and think. This is a thinking time for us, the adults. Because if you think about it, that 1 minute timeout gives me a 1 minute to assess the situation as an adult, be away from the situation and think, how should I handle this situation? What would be the best way for me to handle this situation in order to make it a teaching experience, a learning experience for the child? Do I really want to punish the child when I put him in timeout? No, that's not what I really want. As an educator, what I want is to come up with the best way to make it a learning experience for the child. So that timeout is really for me, for the adult, not for the child. The child doesn't have that knowledge. Remember, they gain the knowledge. And how do they gain it? From our teaching them. So how am I teaching him? If I just put him in timeout and after a minute I say, okay, now go and play, I didn't teach him anything. I didn't learn. I didn't think about it. It's going to happen again. What tells me that it's not going to happen? Did he learn anything? No. What if I give it a minute for me to think about it and say, okay, let me find out the best way to teach that child so that that child doesn't do it again. Let me make sure he understands that what he did was harmful, or maybe he hurt someone's feelings or something. But keep it a teaching moment.
Yes.
So that's one strategy.
All right, thank you so much. And so again, I am showing her website. Her website and her link is in the comments. So
and here are the two. I'm sorry. Now we are showing the 2 books from my series that I started, and the next one is coming up, 50 tips to improve your child listening skills, and the new one that just came out, 50 tips to help your child build self-confidence.
Yes. Awesome. So thank you, the She's Purposeke community for supporting Author Yaffa today. And she has shared so much knowledge from her books that is very helpful to not just, again, to the children, but also to the adults. I also want to share my upcoming event, the Power Moves Her. And so I'm going to stop sharing this website, and I'm going to pull up The Power Moves Her. So if you have not RSVP, again, what are you waiting for? Listen, get in the room. It's free. It's a 2-day event. It's a virtual. This is a free virtual. This is my 4th annual The Power Moves Her. It started in Knoxville, Tennessee. I have relocated to Georgia. I've been in Lawrenceville, Georgia for a year. So the virtual experience is a kickoff. It's a kickoff for the in-person experience, which will be June 26th, 27th. So I know many have asked on the form, which I did update the form so it's not so confusing. So the March is virtual. It's on a private platform. So you have to RSVP in order to receive an email from me that will give you the access link to the private group for Friday for the revival, and the private group or the private platform for the summit. And I'm going to share my website real quick so everyone will know where to go to go ahead and RSVP so I can send you your email, get you your access link. Let's see. I thought I had it pulled up already. Let me pull it up real quick. I would love to connect with you. If you have a business or even a service, as Author Yaffa have been speaking today about teaching children. One of my categories is wellness, family and wellness empowerment. Listen, it's a special invite. I would love to have you to be a part of one of my categories. It's not too late if you can do it virtual for March 28th. It will be or in person in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So it's a special invitation to you because our families, we got to work on some things. And so here is the She's Purpose Key page. Okay. Give me a second. All right. So right here, She's Purpose Key.com is where you want to go. Once you get to my page, you want to go to RSVP. If you are a speaker, if you have a business, you have a service, you have been in your business, you have a service 5 years or more, you are expert. I invite you to be a speaker. I invite you to be a facilitator, okay? And so that the facilitators present on Saturday. And again, March is all virtual. I do have an in-person coming up in June 26th, 27th. That's in person in Lawrenceville, Georgia. But for the virtual, let's get you in the room for the virtual. So when you go to my page, again, I'm walking you through this really quick where you will know where to go. I'm going to click on RSVP here. And then I have to stop this and go to the other page because it won't show it. So I'm going to stop showing. All right. So the 4th annual Revival and Women's Summit, Revival registration. This is where it will take you. Starting out, it's just giving you a behind the vision. You will see behind the vision. You will see, it will give you a breakdown of March 27th, which is the revival. The revival is March 27th on a Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Once you complete this form, you will receive a group invite link from me through email, okay? That's why it's important for you to RSVP. For Saturday, March 27th, this is not a separate event. It's a 2-day event. It's a day 1, it's a day 2. So March 28th is the Virtual Women's Summit from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's 2 categories. There will be category 1, small business development. There is category 2, family and wellness empowerment, okay? Again, as you RSVP, you will receive more information. As a matter of fact, as you go through this form and you give me your email, you give me your name, you basically let me know if you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you're a life coach, if you're a small business entrepreneur. Just mark who you are and what you do. This is just another opportunity for me to collaborate with you and to know what you do and how we are connecting. It will ask you if you have a product or a service, what your biggest challenge is. What do you want to learn most about? This is also opportunity for me to know more about my people that I'm connected, that I'm networking with, and when it comes to our facilitators, to be more mindful of it's going to also give you an opportunity, if you're an opportunity, to have a spotlight on Saturday on the major platform of realizing your potential network. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, as you go to next, it's going to kind of give you a breakdown of the categories I gave you for the summit of what you will learn. Okay. And so again, go to shespurposekey.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at life@aglancebooks with the s@gmail.com. Also, feel welcome to DM me on Facebook. You can DM me on Facebook if you have any questions, okay? And so I really, really want to thank each and every one of you for supporting She's Purposeke Book Talks, and I thank you in advance for supporting the Power Moves Her, the 4th annual Power Moves Her. I would love to work with each and every one of you, and let's make a difference. Let's make a difference together. Let's power up together. Let's make a difference together. And so, Author Yaffa, is there any last words that you would like to share?
Oh, just thank you so much for this opportunity. I love what you said. I'm going to sign up as well. I'm going to sign up too. Yes. And thank you to everyone. And I hope to connect with some of the viewers, some of the listeners. I am happy to share and learn and talk to people, and I would love to see you to include you in my readers community. You can sign up online for our monthly newsletter, which talks about all the new releases, all the things that are happening, what we're making next, yeah. Just love this. This was wonderful.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for your time tonight. And so we like to say we love you. If no one else have told you that they love you, know that we do. So we will blessings over each and every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining She's Purposeke Book Talks, and we will see you next week. Bye.